Story time. So I'm starting a new series. We'll see how long I can keep doing it. See if we'll make it to event season. I so behind the store, behind the scenes story time. Um, from an event designer. If you're new here, my name is Gloria. I am an event designer based in Omaha, Nebraska, and Kansas City. I travel all around the country to create beautiful and amazing weddings. So if you have a wedding or an event for that matter coming up and you need an event designer, I'm the girl. Anyway, so story time today. So today's story, I didn't decide on the story until like 5 minutes ago. So sorry if I start, rambling, but I'm going to talk about Labor Day in one of those years. I don't remember the year, which is good, because I don't want to get too specific. And you know, I don't know if I've at first I didn't want to do this, behind the scenes story time, in the first place because I have a business. I like to keep things professional. Uh, but I want to be able to, but I want to do, story time about all the stuff that goes, behind the scenes. So I have to find a way to still keep it professional. I don't want to talk about my clients or, vendors or vendors, client, staff, anything for that matter here. I think I'm just gonna go through the stuff that I go through as far as work. So that's why the story might, sometimes it's going to get a little hard for me to tell because I'm going to tell it, I'm going to try to make it funny or whatever, but I have to also keep it professional. I have to keep, the drama or the stress part when it comes to clients, planners, vendors, staff, anything like that out of it, because at the end of the day, we are professionals and we like to keep it that way. So story time, Labor Day weekend. So Labor Day, so if you do events, if you are an event designer, planner, DJ, whatever you do, if you do anything event related, you probably know there are a couple weekends in the year that we are crazy busy, which is Labor Day, Memorial Day weekend, Labor Day weekend, and sometimes 4th of July, especially if it falls on a weekend or if it's closer to a weekend. Because a lot of people like to do their weddings that weekend because friends and family from out of state can get longer days off from work. They have many days off of work and they can travel easily for weddings or whatever. So I'm gonna be making um, a flower runner ish while I'm talking to you guys. So I'm using a styrofoam base, some green wall, and then some flowers. So this is my first time doing it this way. So bear with me. I don't, this zip tie is sticking out. I need to cut this. But anyway, so this specific weekend we have 3 events planned. So we have 3 events planned. We had a quinceanera planned. We had a wedding planned. We had a quinceanera. No, we had 2 quinceaneras and a wedding planned, right? So I booked one quinceanera and one wedding ahead of time. So when this one quinceanera came, I told her, hey, we booked because it's Labor Day weekend. So I think I think the quinceanera, we had another quinceanera already booked on the Saturday, and then Sunday it's when we had the wedding. So when the second client from the quinceanera came, I say, sorry ma'am, I want to help, but unfortunately we are booked. I don't like to do 2 events in a day. So she said she only need centerpieces, she need the stage decorations and the floor wrap. I think we didn't even talk about the floor wrap when we started. So I told her I'm busy that day. She's like, what if we have the hotel? We're gonna have the hotel available all day on Friday. So can you do it? Can you set up on Friday? I said, okay. I'm gonna have you sign something that says I will set up on Friday. Um, that way I can have my staff break down Saturday night, or we can share a crew. We usually, split, break down crew easily. So I say, as long as the venue will be available on Friday, I can set up for you and do my second event on Saturday. And then we have that wedding on Sunday. So we book her, everything went well. So because we had so many events, logistic, while we run our planning for the weekend and figure that we're not gonna have enough time during how do you call it? Break down from Saturdays, quinceaneras to Sunday weddings. So all of our trucks will be busy, and I don't think we'll have enough time to unload and reload the truck. And I don't like to do that because you can easily forget stuff, right? Whenever I'm loading for an event, we have a packing list that we go through while loading, and we go through it several times to make sure that nothing is left at home, to the showroom or whatever. So I like to load the truck as early as possible. So I was thinking, if we break down these events in the middle of the night and we come back to the showroom at 2 a.m., I don't think we are gonna have enough time to unload and reload without making any mistakes. So I figure, hey, we're gonna rent a U-Haul. That way we'll have more trucks and we'll be able to load all of our events before the weekend starts. So U-Haul rental. So that's the plan. So we got to the hotel on Friday to set up at 12. So one little thing I didn't say. Um, so if you do events, you know that we ask our client to pay in full before setup day or before events day. That's the industry standard. It's there for a reason. But this time I made an exception. So my clients paid and she had a balance left out. She said, you know what, Gloria, Miss Go, I'm struggling. Whatever. There's a lot of expenses when it comes to, quinceanera. Can you work with us? Can we pay the balance when you come to set up on that day? I say no. They talk, and I went against my better judgment and got to the venue on event day, which we had about half of the balance left. So I got there at 12 p.m. We were supposed to set up, be done, and so the plan was to do their setup, and then once we finish with their setup, we can go to U-Haul and pick up the truck, and pick up a second truck and load those truck up, Friday night, so that we have all our truck ready for the Saturday and the Sunday events. If that makes sense. I know I'm saying a lot of dates and stuff, but hope you can keep up with me. So I got to the hotel at 12. Client is not there. I'm like, okay, are you coming? We're supposed to get, we're supposed to get the remaining balance before we set up. And I'm here and you're not here. Is everything okay? She said, yeah, I'm coming. Events, I have so many things to do. I have family, that came from out of town. And it's just a lot to get some people from the, airport. I'm like, sure enough, get it. So